What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topic, tweets, videos you want me to talk about tomorrow? Hey yeah guys, today is Tuesday, April 23rd. We're going to have a bit of a little multiverse type situation going on here with future Omni and past Omni from yesterday, talking to you guys about a lot of the events that happened today, because while I was working on yesterday's video for you guys, the whole situation happened with Watcher TV. They came out and they apologized, and I dropped off a one-off video, stopped that video altogether, and now I'm going to bring that video back to you guys. So I'm gonna be talking about some new things that happened over yesterday, but some of the things that also happened the day before, bringing it all together. That's the multiverses is here. As you guys probably already know, Watcher TV has dropped an update video basically apologizing about what they did when it came to making that stupid ass Netflix thing where they charged everyone $6. But what you guys might not know is some of the lead up that happened in between the original video and this one popping up, aka all of the anger that was going on towards the entire group, towards Steve Lim, some of the comments that Shane's wife said, some of the comments that were on their actual Patreon, that entire buildup that led to this video. I'm going to tell you right now what occurred, and then once you're done with past Omni, we'll come back to me where I'll tell you guys the aftermath one day later, how there are people like Jacksfilms and a lot of people throwing shade at Watcher despite the fact that they have already apologized. Here we go, multiverse time. I'm going to go shoot over to the past, give you guys the filler, and then I'm going to bring you back to the present, and then we're going to finish off to the ending. All right. We do need to get back over to these guys over here, aka Watcher, aka Steve Lim. Now that I've been doing a lot more research and I've been reading all your comments that have been talking about the video, I can't believe that things went from bad to worse. Well, actually I can't believe it, but just in case you guys missed out on that video, okay, basically these guys are Watcher. These guys have a YouTube channel that almost had 3 million subscribers, more on that one too later, that has 3 different guys. Steve on the left, you got Shane over there on the right, and in the middle you got Ryan. These guys were ex-employees of BuzzFeed. They left BuzzFeed, came out, made their own YouTube channel, and it was a success. They used to do like these ghost hunt, ghost story things. A lot of people like the energy between Ryan and Shane, and now I am learning that there are a lot of people who do not like the guy that's over on the left, Steve Lim, who is also apparently what people believe is responsible for all of this Watcher business in the first place. Immediately after the video was posted, Stephen Lim, one of the 3 trios of Watcher and also the CEO of the group, posted on Instagram and said, "I gave everything I had on YouTube over the past 12 years, but it's finally time to say goodbye. Today marks the day we officially move to our independent streaming platform, Watcher, for those who won't be joining us on this next chapter." Kind of already implying that this isn't going to be for everybody. Thank you all for your love and support. I wouldn't be here without you, and for those who want to continue watching, you can become a member of our streaming service at watchertv.com to access everything we make completely ad-free. Hope to see you there. Hearts emoji. And as you guys can imagine, just like here and everywhere else on the Twitterverse and the YouTubeverse and the comments, everyone is still extremely angry, specifically at Steven. I feel like it's unfair to say for those who want to keep watching. Lots of us want to keep watching, but won't be able to. I skip every vid that has you in it. You mean you wouldn't be here without Ryan or Shane? A lot of people have been voicing out that they do not like Steven and basically saying that Ryan and Shane were the original stars of the show. I was only watching for Ryan and Shane. I could never force myself to watch this dude whenever he came on camera. I don't know. Might just be me. And this was the last one I'll read. This man doesn't understand that he's not the star of Watcher. He's definitely trying to live above his means and absolutely ruining the company in the process. My brother and I watch quite a bit of food YouTube, yet I had never heard of him before Watcher, and it feels like he's piggybacking off Ryan and Shane's success, in my personal opinion. Expecting us to pay for his expensive habits and then being passive aggressive about it is insane. Now here's some more things that you need to know, because you guys have been shooting me messages left and right on my last video telling me all about this entire fiasco, and as I learn more and more, I'm just like, oh my god, why did they do this? Stephen Lim apparently has his own series where he goes around and he flies around on a plane to different places around the world and just does expensive things. Like, when they talk about how the videos require a lot of money and editing and people, etc., it's because Stephen Lim likes to live lavishly and he likes to do things that are expensive. Hence why the monetization issues that they're having when it comes to YouTube, it seems like what they're actually doing in the first place is just too goddamn expensive. On top of that, in the last video, I talked about how these guys should just have a Patreon and should just have a sponsor, well, like every other YouTuber does at their level and even bigger. That can help cover a lot of their costs. Come to find out, they have a Patreon and it had over 12,000 people in it. I don't know if they still have it now. Oh my freaking Lord, 13,000 plus members and their Patreon, with the lowest price that you can pay being $5. That means at least 13,000 times 5. They're almost, oh my God. They even have a $100 month one called Omnipotent Observers, me. I'm the $100 tier. Assuming that every 13,000 members there are paying $5 at a minimum, that means that from their Patreon alone, they are gathering $65,000 in revenue and cash monthly, which rounds out about roughly $800,000 a year minimum that they are getting paid off their Patreon. Now, here's the kicker. Imagine you're a Watcher fan, you've been watching their shows, you're signed up from the Patreon, you're signed up on their subscription service, and now you hear about Watcher TV and you're like, well, hey, I've already been, subscribing to them on Patreon, so I'll just get my free access into Watcher, right? I'm paying $5 a month to support them and watch content, so surely this $5 a month should allow me to get into Watcher TV, right? Wrong. Even if you paid the Omni tier of $100 freaking dollars, you still would not have access to Watcher TV. You still have to put up money to watch their content. Even if you're paying their highest tier as a Patreon member of $100, you still have to pay for Watcher TV just to get access to all of their actual videos. On top of that, people in the Patreon are absolutely livid because they are rolling out these new changes after the Watcher TV announcement that makes you kind of look stupid for being a part of their Patreon altogether. You think that you're getting all of the top content as a Patreon member, and then they release another paywall that you'd have to pay for on top of the Patreon to actually access said content. There's a Watcher Reddit where everyone has just been complaining left and right and giving like some of the updates. One of them being they're saying that the comment about changing what Patreon gives when they're taking money for a year in advance is crazy. The short rollout of this is crazy because they don't have time to modify expectations or deals with issues they might not have considered before they already have people paying for Patreon or the new streaming service for a year that might get upset if promises are changing. So TLDR, if you're stuck in this whole Patreon thing, supporting them there, and now you're being told that you have to pay more money just to watch their average content, there are a lot of people who are upset, feel like they're kind of getting the short end of the stick and want refunds, but they can't because they've already paid for like the entire year. So apparently there are people on Patreon and everywhere just wanting refunds and their money back and don't even realize that they have to pay for another paywall service to get access to their content. One of the comments saying, I am begging you guys, please fix this. I want to support you, which is why I've been a paid member since March 2020. I barely even checked your Patreon content because that wasn't the reason I became a patron. I just wanted to support your channel, but it makes me feel kind of icky to already be giving you financial support, but you still want even more from me if I want to watch your main content. Someone saying, I'm exactly in the same boat. I've been a patron for years because I enjoy the content and have the means to support it, but this move makes me want to pull my support entirely. Sad emoji. I love the idea of those who want to pay you so that everyone else can get good content for free. Because that's exactly what Patreon is for. It's so that we can get some crowdfunding, a little bit of extra money so that we can use it to basically survive, to live, because it's hard out on these streets, and sometimes hiring an editor and doing all this stuff costs a lot more money than you can get back from YouTube. That was like literally the whole point of this. They had it, and now they're kind of screwing over the people who are Patreon members. And the last update when it comes to the Watcher subreddit in terms of things is that apparently Shane's wife, one of the 3 members there, was defending the decision that definitely proves Shane is not secretly furious about this move. A lot of people have just basically been pushing this on Stephen Lim and making him like the evil bad guy, and apparently Shane and Ryan are just like twiddling their thumbs being like, Mr. Stephen, sir, I don't think we should do this, but I'll go forward with it because you're the CEO. Not realizing that both Shane and Ryan don't have a gun pointed to their head, okay, and basically have to do this because they have to do this. There's an overwhelming amount of hate that's going towards Steven, right, and kind of being deflected off Ryan and Shane. But in my opinion, these two are grown adults who have been succeeding in this business as well, and they made decisions that said that yes, they will partake in this adventure. I think the responsibility should be split 3 ways. As for their YouTube video, they're sitting at almost 2 million views with 216,000 dislikes compared to 36K likes. The dislike ratio just keeps getting worse and worse, and the comment sections just keeps getting meaner and more angry and more frustrated. This person saying, I keep returning to this video not to watch but just to read the comments. Well, maybe when the fortune teller said Ryan would die on camera, she actually meant his reputation and career. The biggest F over are the Patreons who made an annual subscription are now having their content taken away. The comments over there are wild, y'all. Team, look at their watches. They're wearing 20,000 plus watches on their wrist. LMAO, we need money, but you have a car on your wrist. So pathetic. And last but not least, guys, in the past 4 days, if you look up here since 4/19, since the announcement, they have lost a total of at least 100,000 subscribers and counting in only 4 days. That's 100,000 people who actively are now not wanting to be, participate in this charade. A lot of you guys who watched my video came in there saying that you unsubscribed. Unfortunately, you were big fans and now you're getting the hell out of Dodge. So yeah, guys, that's the watcher situation in a nutshell. The only updates that we are receiving from them are on their Patreon. Patreon members are basically posting their Patreon content and letting people know what they're saying. There was also a little bit of confusion about their old content on whether or not that was going to be taken and removed from YouTube. If you guys watched the video in its entirety, Steven, I think, specifically said that the content would be put behind after a certain period of time, all on Watcher TV. It seems like they were going to move the content away. They left it open-ended. People hated the idea, and then they backtracked it when it came a little bit later into the future. All in all, this has been an absolute disaster, and we have not gotten the YouTuber apology that I said that we will be getting yet. It looks like one of the options that they could be taking is just basically staying silent and letting this whole thing blow over, but that is not going to happen, I promise you. As soon as these guys drop their next video on YouTube, whenever it is going to get dislike bombed again with a whole bunch of comments that are still completely negative. They can't just let this slide and fall to the wayside and think people won't listen, because the absolute greed of this move will not be forgiven. It won't be forgiven by their fans, and it won't be forgiven by people who don't even know who these guys are. I had no idea who they are, and I'm like, what the heck, man? Y'all guys had it. You had it made. You had sponsors. You had a huge Patreon. You were flying around the world on jets and private planes and doing content. You're literally living the dream. They're all married, living in LA, like you said, $20,000 watches, lavishly. They're doing amazing. So why would you do something so ludicrous just to milk more money out of your already supporting loyal audience? All right, we're back to the present. Okay, I get it. It's kind of like Star Wars, where you have the flashback and then you come back to the present. You're watching a good old-fashioned anime. So now the question is, what now? Okay, what is the aftermath? How do people truly feel? Is this the entire end of the saga, or is it just still continuing? Coming to the actual video here, which is number 2 on trending. It has 94,000 likes compared to 25,000 dislikes. Not bad. And when I say not bad, it's not bad compared to the last ratio that they had. They had a terrible ratio, as I had already shown you guys. Here it looks like there's still a 25% of people who are still very upset about this situation, and I can explain to you why. Because a lot of you guys left comments in my video yesterday saying exactly what it is. A lot of people feel like Watcher basically got greedy, and then they basically just showed their ass. This wasn't a oopsie whoopsie boopsie. Yeah, sorry, we didn't see. We had a little typo error here. We didn't realize that we were overstepping on your boundaries of financials, but more so what, oh snap, this is not going over well. This is hitting our bottom line. This is hitting our numbers, our freaking subscribers. We're losing hundreds of thousands of subscribers. We're losing a whole bunch of Patreons. We're losing a whole bunch of goodwill. This is going to absolutely kill our business. We need to take a step back, and we need to stop trying to be so greedy and milk so much money out of our audience. A lot of people feel like their trust has been breached and the veil has been opened, and now they see past these guys and they see them for who they are. Now, I'm not going to come to any conclusion like that, because I honestly don't know these guys like that from a personal level. You guys know how it works parasocially too. When you watch people for a long period of time, you kind of feel like you get to kind of know them kind of thing, that veil. And again, I don't know how they present themselves. I don't know if they're kind of like authentic, like an authentic type YouTuber where you kind of see what you gotta get. But a lot of people are coming to a conclusion that they are just not good guys, and they try to get greedy. They got caught with their hands in the cookie jar. They didn't know it was going to explode this big. They just basically had another Try Guys moment, and now they're all just kind of goofing on them. You guys remember Jacksfilms? Pepperidge Farms, remember? That's right. Yesterday, I asked you guy, aka the guy that was in the situation with Sniper Wolf not too long ago, and that whole doxing thing. I wonder how that panned out. I wonder if there was any even like finish to that. Where is Sniper Wolf? I haven't even checked for online. Anyway, he made a video titled "Leaving YouTube," where he throws the biggest amount of shade possible towards these guys. I'll show it to you right here.
What up, fam squad? We've got some big news for you. I am proud to announce Jacksfilms Plus Unlimited. For just 10 tiny little dollars a week, you can stream brand new Jacksfilms videos that used to be free. I see this as an absolute win that will in no way impact my likability. So we messed up. Yeah, we did not think that you would be such pussies about this. And now we have to film on the apology couch.
He made the freaking Try Guys couch for himself. Which one's more embarrassing? The Try Guys couch or the cuck couch that you guys see on the hotel rooms? Which one would you...
We felt that $10 a week was very affordable, but we failed to take into consideration the pores. We will continue to release new videos here on YouTube, but you can see them 1 month in advance over on Jacksfilms Plus Unlimited Plus. This includes the highly anticipated Yai number 864, What If Dogs Had Wings? Look, the only reason we wanted to make Jacksfilms Plus Unlimited was money. Give me money!
The shade, the shade. I'm here for it. I'm here for the tea. I'm here for the shade. Speaking of shade, is like future Omni a little bit more darker? I feel like the lighting on my face is like making me like a lot darker than I was yesterday. Something's going on. I'm like reverse Michael Jackson. You also got my guy Cinnamon Toast Ken here making a comment and saying, I don't know, the message I got from the video was, quote, we messed up. We want to make high quality content that's attractive to advertisers so we make more money. We don't want to budget, but we're doing it for you because you deserve it and also expected you to pay for it. Sorry. So that's kind of like the TLDR of the situation. You have a lot of commentary channels and people like Moist Critical who are talking about the situation. Charlie in detail talking about it from a standpoint of a person who actually owns an agency and knows exactly what goes into like sponsoring people like this, and specifically saying that these guys make huge buco duco dollars. Okay, they are at the top of the food chain when it comes to being able to make monetization because how many views and their engagement and the type of content that they create, that they should be able to be pulling in maximum amount of sponsors. And apparently in their past couple of videos, almost every single one of them, 20 like different sponsors in some of their past like videos. So they should not be struggling. What I've been hearing from a lot of you guys in the comments and seeing on a lot of pages on Reddit is that apparently there's like 25 employees ish. Don't count me on this. This is just me recounting some of the comments that I've been hearing repeated over and over, but apparently they have like 20 to 25-ish type of employees. A lot of them might be friends and family, and they cost a lot of money. Some of the people they brought over were potentially ex-BuzzFeed, and so the cost and production of their videos are so high because it sounds like there's paying way too much money for everybody to be in this big old circle. The fact of the matter, guys, is that they tried to scale up, okay? They tried to make more money by having you guys pay them more money. They already had Patreon, they already had merch, they already had AdSense, they already had sponsors, they already had all of this money trails coming in for their channels, but they felt like they needed to make more. So instead of doing something like taking out a business loan, you know, like they probably have all of this underneath some type of LLC, some type of watcher umbrella. And if they needed the capital to kind of basically raise this, they can get a loan. They can get investors to kind of invest in their company so that they can make better content. Somehow they just completely missed the mark and realized that people don't pay money to watch videos unless it's like a subscription service like Netflix, where you're being offered like thousands and thousands of rotating videos and movies and stuff that are highly acclaimed. Maybe they're going out to go to an actual movie theaters for the experience. Nobody in their right mind who is a new person to anything is going to come to their channel and be like, ooh, I like this. I would like to spend more money. You know what? No, this is how it works. They already spend whatever money it costs for YouTube Premium. And then they watch this video and like, yeah, now that I like these guys, I'm going to spend money on YouTube Premium to watch their videos and then spend an extra freaking $60. I still cannot figure it out. I even looked at Charlie's video. He doesn't have any idea as to why as well. Some people are trying to say that they had to get different advertisers because apparently some of their content is not so ad friendly. But when I looked at their content, a lot of it looked like it would do just fine. So if they could explain that part of the financial process, that would be nice. But I think at the end of the day, I think they're just spending too much money. And instead of cutting costs from their end, they're just trying to take more money from you. That's what I feel like happened. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments below. But yeah, that's the wrap up. There's future Omni, past Omni. Now you have the full entire story when it comes to Watcher TV. And Yeah, I'll let you guys know if anything else comes from this, but I think this might be the end. People are going to either let bygones be bygones and join them back, or some people are like, nah, I'm gone forever. See you later. Deuces. All right, guys, this is not a drill. This is not a test, okay? Our guys, Abbott and Preach, might be getting their channel freaking deleted. That's right. This is not a hoax, and you know what that means. It's time to strap up. It's time to get ready. We need to figure out who's doing it and what and stopping them, because there's no way we're getting rid of one of the best commentary channels that are currently on YouTube. Abbott and Preach, if you guys don't know, with 2 million subscribers now, just two dudes standing on a freaking squeaky floor. And a lot of times they talk about a lot of taboo subjects. Sometimes they'll make a video and they'll piss you off because you don't agree with their takes and it might be on the other side. And sometimes they'll make a video and they'll be completely on the other side. They seem to waver on their opinions in a way that's so kind of like circular that people love them, because regardless of whatever side or stance you fall in any kind of political spectrum, it feels like they're just keeping shit real. And that's basically what people want on YouTube, is just kind of like raw and realness, not no facades or fake smiles, or, you know, people can see right past that. Okay, the audience can feel what's is authentic or not. So they're really cool people. I've been watching them for years. They blew up during the pandemic. They got into a lot of issue with Fresh and Fit. A lot of drama with them, and now they apparently seem to be getting into a situation with the channel Jubilee. If you guys don't know Jubilee, you probably don't. The only reason why you probably know them is because you watched one of their videos where they reacted to Jubilee, or maybe some other content creator like Cody Co, or some of the other YouTubers, which I'm kind of curious to see if they're getting copyright strike. But here's Jubilee, their YouTube channel. They have like 9 million subscribers, and they do those type of videos where they grab a whole bunch of people and they do like a focus group type thing, and they have them ask questions. Hey, there's 7 of you, but 1 of you is gay. Can you figure it out? Or hey, there's 8 of you here and 1 of you is an extremely rich billionaire. Can you guys figure it out? Those little social experimental things where people talk about things and come to assumptions and use their bias to try to figure things out. And that's Jubilee. They're a pretty popular YouTube channel when it comes to people reacting to their videos, because, well, their videos are very highly reactable. They're social experiments that allow a lot of people to give a lot of transformative content, which is what Abbott and Preach have been doing, along with a lot of other people and YouTubers as well over the years. Looking at some of their more recent videos they have, is cheating always wrong? Middle ground. How does body image affect 100 women? Can men and women be just friends? If identical twins were 100% honest, straight men test their gaydar. So they kind of just talk about all this stuff and people react to it, because not only is it fun to watch the original video, but it's also fun to watch how a certain person might react to it. You'll get a different response, different transformative content based on who is reacting to said video. Hey, I might react to one of their videos. I'm gonna see if they won't copyright strike me. Maybe we'll use that as a test. Let me know which video you guys want me to react to. Okay, I'm gonna create one and I'm gonna see if they're gonna copyright strike me, because we need to figure out what the hell's going on. Anyway, back to Abbott and Preach. Okay, they're kind of worried that their channel's gonna get taken down. They have several copyright strikes basically coming from Jubilee, and if they get too many copyright strike notices, they have a fear that their channel might get eviscerated.
Today's topic, where we've been. I've been dealing with some stuff on the back end. We got a bit of a problem where, as you can see in the title, it looks like the Jubilee channel is trying to have us deleted. Now, maybe that's not the best characterization, but
we don't know if they're trying to have us deleted.
Well, what they're doing might result in us being deleted.
Yes.
We had videos recently that were flagged, some new, some old, by a company called LDS Affiliate, which on behalf of Jubilee is flagging a bunch of their videos saying that we are infringing on their copyright. Now, I'm not going to make a video about something like this normally. I appeal it. I go through the same steps that I do with all the other channels. Generally, after an appeal or two, everything gets undone, but this time, no, they're going forward with the removal, and they're saying if these videos are not removed in the next 5 to 6 days, they will give us a copyright strike. And there's enough of them that we would probably get 3 copyright strikes and have all the channels removed.
So this is a problem. It's something that a lot of YouTubers, including myself, are very familiar with, is YouTube's terrible copyright system. Now, this one seems to be one where the actual person who basically owns the company, the Jubilee, is actually doing the copyright strike purposes. But I've been a victim, and a lot of other people have been a victim of false copyright strikes. Anybody coming out here making whatever kind of LLC they want to say that they represent whatever agency, and then copyright striking the content as if it was theirs. This is not what's happening. It seems like this is a direct agency with Jubilee, and they're copyright striking over 6 to 7 videos, which means that if at least 3 of those videos go through as a permanent copyright strike, it can stop them from making YouTube videos. It could make their channel disappear. It's pretty scary. Not only that, the content that these guys have made has always been transformative. They've always played the clips, they've gave the commentary. A lot of people in the comment section said they don't even know who Jubilee would have been. They would have never even discovered them if it wasn't for the fact that these guys and some other commentary YouTubers wasn't putting them on the map. Now, again, this makes me very curious to know if there are other YouTubers that are out there. I know there are other ones that react to Jubilee content, if they are also getting the same copyright strikes or not.
You guys might be saying, Abbott, why aren't you panicking? There's a couple of reasons. One, I've always thought this was possible with YouTube. That's why I told you guys, enjoy us while we're here, because we could disappear at any point. And two, no, that's really the only reason. That's the only reason I'm not panicking.
I do the same thing.
I think I've always I got a bit of a doomer mentality in that regard. So this shit might go. Yeah. It's a bit frustrating because, you know, if somebody does this kind of stuff, it's like, okay, maybe they're crazy about their copyright. But it's a bit different with these guys because they've already been on the record saying they're fine with this kind of content. So I remember this because I remember we reacted to this a long time ago. And here, I'll play the clip for you.
I don't like when other channels react to our videos. Taylor?
Disagree.
Dan?
Disagree.
John?
Strongly agree.
Oh.
Jason?
Strongly disagree.
Kendra?
Disagree.
Tyree?
Somewhat disagree.
Ragini?
Strongly disagree.
Brandon?
Somewhat agree.
Oh, it was John and Brandon. Probably definitely John. That's it. That's all we need to know. Okay, we got our targets. John and it's like, no, I'm kidding. Don't send no hate towards nobody. Okay, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people of their videos saying that they strongly disagree and or somewhat disagree or just regularly disagree. They approve of the fact of people reacting to their videos. John all the way over here on the right looking like a goddamn fool. I bet you John is the CEO too. I bet you, you know, this is where it's coming from. Brandon maybe too as well. Brandon looking a little sus. All right, guys. All right. Okay. We're going to find out. We're going to find out today. I'm just teasing. I don't really know these guys. Okay, please don't jump to any magical assumptions. Okay, don't play internet detective based on my video and say, hey, Omni said it was John. All right, I'm teasing.
Abbott and preach.
You're just naming them now? Okay.
I do agree that sometimes when they're just being judgmental for no reason, then I don't like that either. But I feel sometimes some of the reaction videos are actually so funny.
Yeah, I watch Abbott and preach videos, and I think every time I watch a video, it like hurts. Because I remember when Abbott and preach reacted to our video when Bonnie has a conversation with a Jubilee critic, like watching that video, I think that ruined my like entire week. Like I was very like bummed because that was a video where I put like so much effort into, but I don't know, I just like keep watching them. Even though like I don't love them.
This man said, I feel like they just make me feel so icky inside. I was kind of upset at how they did it, but I keep consuming their content. That's crazy, man. So you sitting here, you consume their content. It's interesting, right, that he says this. Brandon is saying that he keeps watching their content, even though their content is reaction of their own content. So you would probably think it's transformative enough for him to watch his own freaking video over and over, right? Either A, these guys are taking your content and just reusing it, which you've already seen a million times because you're the editor, or B, it is transformative because Ab and Preach have inserted themselves into it, kind of already just admitting that there are two separate types of content because you're not going to watch reruns of your own stuff that you just created and edited. At least I don't think you would.
I'm like, I enjoy watching the videos and like I learn a lot and I'm like really curious.
I want to hear from John.
I know they are playing the game fair. I just sometimes don't like the game.
Oh,
I'm gonna get roasted.
Oh, yeah, you're done.
Oh, you are done. So you just admitted that they're playing fair. And he's the creative director, it looks like. But he said, I know that they're basically within their reasonable and realms. And we got the black guy Tyree saying, oh, you're done. You're done, skis, bro. No, like quite literally saying they're playing within the realms. He just doesn't like it. Just something about it feels icky. Oh, I wonder what that is. I'm not going to jump to any assumptions. I'm teasing, okay? I'm not going to race bait with you guys today. I'm just teasing. Or am I?
You're done. Bye, John.
What a lot of folks don't know is we allow folks to monetize off of our content, right?
He's
and that's
the
a
CEO.
deliberate choice that we've made, is actually that we could take away their monetization so that they're not making money off of using our content, but we actually give them that permission, and we think that's one of the ways that we continue to operate in the spirit of like our.
That's it. That's it. It's Jason. Jason's the CEO. He's the sussy banker, but he says that he strongly disagrees and saying he approves of this. So maybe this is something that's happening on the back end. Let's be reasonable here before we get the pitchforks, right? And we start yeeting people out of the damn spaceship. Maybe this is a situation where the agency is copyright claiming their videos and it's just like, let's just say it's an act. No, it's not an accident because they appealed it and it got denied. It's not a mistake. These guys are definitely trying to target Abba and Preach. But why now after they have already said that they are okay with it?
Like I'm pretty honored in some ways that PewDiePie is reacting to so many of our videos. He's like literally one of the biggest YouTubers ever. And the fact that he is watching our videos so intently and reacting to them, like I think it's a great sign.
And mind you, they talk about the fact that we react to our channel. Some they say like the criticism is a bit harsh, but hey, it's part of the game. It's fine, right? So my question is, what's changed? And if it has changed, why didn't you just have it publicly said we don't want anyone else reacting? But that's not. I've not heard. Have you heard anything to the contrary?
No, but they don't have to advise anybody. They can change that decision. And if that guy that agrees, most of them mostly somewhat disagree or somewhat agree or whatever. So they're very like more much of an offense. If that guy is not part of Jubilee no more.
No, he's a CEO. He's still part of it.
Okay, well then I got nothing.
And here's the thing I question. Okay, fine. Let's say you don't want us because you feel like it's a copyright infringement. Are you doing this to everyone else that you collaborate? Because you collaborate with a lot of these creators. Are you doing this to PewDiePie? Are you doing this to Cody Co? Are you guys targeting all these people that you've worked with that are creators who've reacted to their stuff and tell them to take down their videos of you? That's the thing that I don't.
Same mind, same brain, same question. Went to the same place. We're all thinking it, bro. Is this an Abba and Preach takedown, or are you doing this with all the creators? In fact, I might even reach out to some of them. I know some of the gangs that out here that make content on this. I might reach out to them, do some little journalistic, what's it called? Investigation. That's right. The thing where you do some research before you just come up here and just talk shit about something you don't know, which is what I do all the time. I might do a little bit of that first to go see and find out if this is an ongoing trend or if this is just an Abba and Preach thing.
Companies going crazy and flagging anything and anything. Because mind you, these videos have been up 4 or 5 years. So this is a new change that some of this is. And for me, all I'm saying is just communicate this stuff. If your stance has changed, that's fine. But you shouldn't be able to threaten somebody's livelihood, okay?
Yeah.
When you come out and say, I'm good with this stuff, and then you change it and you don't inform nobody.
There's a reason why we did more videos is because you verbally said that you was good with it. Like the reason why we kept on doing it was like, well, so was you saying, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
We could have, but we didn't because it's fine. It's okay. And you went so on and so forth, whatever.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's not a big deal. Like, we have such a library of stuff that we can pull from and things we can cover that this is not going to be a huge loss for us. It's fine. Like, I think we might put out maybe, 1 or 2 videos on Jubilee a day. We put 5 videos out a week. It's not a big deal. We can replace that with something else. But my question is, what are they doing to smaller channels? Because I know they're not doing this to the really big ones. And is this just a company that people have hired that have gone AY? Because that's happened before too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to their credit, like, I don't want to say it, but I have contacted them. I emailed them. They've seen the email. You know, I've DM'd them. And, you know, because there was no response, I'm like, all right, let me just go about this publicly because, you know, there's no answer privately.
Yeah, so that's what I was just saying. Like, sometimes they hire an agency to go ahead and take care of their copyright stuff. And then the agency who's not familiar with their past practices or what they've already agreed upon will be like, oh, we've detected that this YouTube channel has been taking your content for a while. Let's just boom, 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 copyright strike, which again is absolutely freaking terrible. A lot of people do not realize the power of influencers. They don't realize that influencers like Abba and Preach or people who have a lot of subscribers and have a very strong community means that you are not only just striking them or potentially taking them down, but you are affecting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people who watch their content who will come out here against you with pitchforks, right? Like, don't play with blood. Don't play with You don't play with people's favorite YouTubers and content creators, okay? That's their fun place, their safe place, their good daily routine, and you about to take that away from me in this dark, cold, cruel world, and now you trying to take them away? Oh, hell no. People will come. We will rise like a freaking loaf of bread and destroy every single person who is trying to rightfully take down Abba and Preach is what most people are thinking. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying what most people are thinking.
And figure this out. Now, I don't want to slander them. I like their content. Honestly, I think they've fostered some really good discussions in the past. But yeah, it is a shame. And this is what I've been telling you guys, the viewers, about this.
Yeah.
We are, at the end of the day, employees. We don't have... we're contractors, but we only really are contracted to YouTube, essentially. And this stuff is very fickle. That's why I say I don't take this for granted. I recognize that this shit can disappear at any time. So if it does, or if that ever happens, know that I'll be okay with it. I'm not going to, cry myself to sleep or whatever. But
Well, we could do something about it. So why don't you just take off the videos?
why?
Why would you keep them if that's a problem? It looks like it's a problem. So you could take them down, and then it's not problem's gonna be solved.
Because I think it sets a bad precedent for copyright stuff on YouTube in general.
I can understand that.
Yeah, if you just let all these companies who just come in and then want a copyright claim, like, listen, if there was going to be a legal battle, then let that be the case. And I think that's okay too. Why not? Because then what if everyone else starts copyright striking everything?
So it seems like I like this. This is another reason why people like Ab and Preach, right? Because you got different opinions. Not one person saying one thing. You literally got like devil's advocates sometimes coming here and saying, well, yo, Abba, we could just take the videos down and just keep it moving. We don't need them, so why do we even deal with this? And Abba's saying, nah, it's a bad precedent. It is going to affect more content creators, not just us, okay? There's a lot of other content creators that are doing the same thing, so why us? Why are we being targeted? Why are we being ignored in the DMs, et cetera, et cetera? So for him, it's about moral and principle, and he's like, yeah, if they want to do this and they don't want to do it the right way, then we'll come to war, because he believes their content is transformative and fair use.
So would you concede to that too?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But if like, for example, we've had copyright strike before, and they were deemed, they were ruled that it was falsely done, but now they're somehow going through with this. So would you want to do a legal battle with that?
I don't think that's a horrible idea. I think that's fine. And I think it's a worthwhile thing.
That's content.
Okay, so you want to go with a legal battle?
That's content.
I think I would prefer that.
Okay, cool. I didn't.
Yeah, we're not just sitting here and be like, oh, well, the channel gets deleted.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, at least that's what. But I'd prefer not having to do any of that, because I don't think it's in their mission statement to be copyright striking people and deleting people. And I don't know. This whole situation is really bizarre. Because you know what? From some creators, like, I could see it. But from this one, I'm a little bit more surprised by it. But anyways, that's what's going on. That's why I've been kind of dealing with in the background. So I'll get back to uploading regularly soon in the future. But I just got to figure this out. Because I need to make sure if I'm going to be working on all these other videos, that there's still going to be a channel around for you guys to enjoy. Hopefully Jubilee can take care of this and handle this. Apparently, we're going to start getting strikes in the next 5 days, so we'll see what happens at that point. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. What are your thoughts?
It's kind of crazy because this is not their first time. This is not their first rodeo. Fresh and Fit was doing the same thing to them, trying to take down their channel by taking down their reaction videos. And you saw what happened to Fresh and Fit. Does Jubilee know what happened to Fresh and Fit, to their channel? What happened to their YouTube? How they got yoinked and eviscerated? I mean, they already tried this game, and now they're trying it with Ab and Preach. It's not going to look so good, homie. They thought I wouldn't report on it. They thought the young Omni would not talk about what's happening here. Nah, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to let you guys know what's going on. The whole world is going to have their eyes on what's happening with Ab and Preach. And if Jubilee doesn't want to, take down one of the most beloved commentary channels out there, if they want to do that in public, they can do it, but it's going to be some big consequences. That's all I'm trying to say. Unless they can justify this legally and they want to fight this battle, they can. They can fight this battle, but they need to know that there is a lot of people who are watching and don't agree with what might go down. It's really freaking important to kind of put your foot down on these situations, because this is how a lot of companies, YouTube channels, and people try to basically enforce power, right? Over the fact that they're creating content that is transformative, and then they try to seize power and control. Jubilee, again, you can argue that a lot of the people who react to Jubilee now have made Jubilee who they are. They're as big of a channel as they are now because they had so many popular people like PewDiePie and Cody Ko and Ab and Preach reacting to their videos. And now they've gotten to a point where they're almost at 10 million subscribers and they're doing really well. And they're like, psych, all the old content that you used to react to us, now we're taking you all down. What in the hell, fat? That don't make no goddamn sense. Anyway, let's wrap up. Let me see what Preach has to say about it. Preach is kind of like, yo, we could just take it down and keep it moving. And I was like, nah, I ain't about that life. I want put a foot down. I want to put my stance down. I don't want this to go through the way it is, because otherwise it's going to be a precedent that not only Jubilee can do this, but other YouTube channels might be doing the same thing.
I think you should take them down for now and take legal actions. I don't think the legal actions can be taken down. We can proceed with illegal actions and still take those down. We could do both, but whatever. Because it's going to take a while. It's going to take a hell of a while.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, we could lose the channel. So
possible.
That's true.
Well, there
Might
you guys
not be
go.
worth it.
Abba and Preach might just be gone real soon. What are your thoughts? It's possible.
Now, I don't think they're going to be gone, right? It's possible. Anything's possible, right? But like, I don't think it's going to happen. Not because it wouldn't happen, but I think basically because all of us are watching their channel. All of the people who watch them, plus all me guys, I'm showing you guys as well. Everybody that's involved won't allow. Now, if they were like a smaller channel, somebody that nobody knew about, and they were getting 5-6 copyright strikes, but they only had like 1,000 subscribers. A lot of these smaller channels who have reacted to Jubilee, if they are facing the same things, gone, blipped. Thanos blipped and you have no idea. You guys are looking at these guys as the main precedent, not realizing that if these guys are gone, this might be several other 100 content creators who are also disappearing along with them. This is more than just them. This is a huge YouTube situation. And again, as I said, it's not just a Jubilee situation. If Jubilee actually successfully took down Abba and Preach and all these other guys who made content on their videos, then a lot of YouTube companies that do exactly what Jubilee does, but in a different name or facet, might feel like, oh, I'm about to do the same thing. I want my monetization off of this. Okay, it might copyright strike it. I want money from what they've done to me since Jubilee was able to successfully do this. As for the comment sections, Abba and Preach pinned and said the company finalists on behalf of Jubilee is called LDS Affiliate US. Put their names in Google and they are super shady, falsely copyright claiming people, potentially using bots. This company is wild. Oh my lord. Okie dokie. It seems like this might be what I think it is some company masquerading on the premise of being Jubilee and just basically trying to monetize money off anyone who made Jubilee content. We really need to find out what Jubilee has to say about this and if there's a response from them in the email. That will help narrow it down to see if it quite literally is Jubilee or if it's somebody masquerading with a mask saying that they are part of Jubilee. I said fastest click in my life, who we bodying. Everybody was like, yes, that's exactly right. We're coming to arms, bro. Scott Safer saying Jubilee attacking 2 guys I can't even afford to fix their squeaky floor is messed up, man. Y'all are the only reason I ever heard of Jubilee in the first place. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Jubilee is like BuzzFeed. The only way people watch them is by watching others reacting to them. And also, we actually give people permission to react to our content. Jason, the completely delusional Jubilee show runner. So yeah, I'm very curious. We're going to find out what's happening. Is this a Jubilee situation or not? I will let you guys know. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I'm going to do that investigative journalism. I'm going to reach out to a bunch of YouTubers that I know that do react to them and see if they've gotten similar claims from the same company. We're going to get to the bottom of this, but we're going to, at the end of the day, we're going to make sure this is not the takedown of Abba and Preach, all right? We all standing on business. When the commentary space and a lot of people get attacked, the YouTubers all come together like the goddamn Avengers, right? Sometimes you'll see us clashing, fighting, drama, blase, yada, yada, yada. But when an outsider comes in and threatens our energy and force, we all just unite, bro. We just come together like a freaking spaghetti package. You know those spaghetti packages with all the damn spaghetti and you take it out the thing and it's all grouped together, you're holding it. I don't know why that's the analogy, but that's what we end up doing to just make sure that we don't break, because you know spaghetti noodles when they're a strand, right, they break, but you get a whole bunch of them bad boys and you try to break them all at the same time, not as easy. I'm going to keep going with that analogy. That's Abba and Preach, guys. I'll let you guys know what comes of this. There will be a future update probably this week because we only have a couple of days to find out if their channel gets deleted or not. But for something fresh, okay, there is an extremely viral TikTok right here, as you can see, titled Day in the Life of a Middle Class Man that you guys sent me. It's going absolutely viral, and people are basically saying that this is the saddest thing that they've seen in a very long time, and there's a lot of mixed reviews and comments about it. I'm very curious. I'm going to play the video for you guys. Let's come to our own conclusion together, shall we? Before the even video starts, it looks like this guy is out here in a bathrobe in the shower. Already off to a terrible start, bro. You're about to get your robe wet. He cuts on the shower and then he leaves. He's getting ready to work 9 to 5, insurance. Okay. Wait. This is going fast. Let's hyper-analyze this, okay? Scene by scene, let's hyper-analyze. As you can see with his hands down his crotch, he has a pretty nice apparel of clothes. He's got a bunch of caps, some boots, some work clothes, nice little arrangement of closet. It seems like he's doing pretty well for himself in terms of his, attire and his, his outfits, okay? I would say right now, this is good. Apparently here, he's inhaling something that's purple. I don't know if that's an inhaler or medication. I don't know, but there's no contact. And then after he's all set and done, he points himself into the mirror and says, yeah, you there, you are a sexy beast. That's right, you are a sexy demon. Get ready to go do this work, you little sexy devil boy. Making a shake. packing his HP laptop into his bag, puts the trash out to the bin, and he's doing it again. Oh, I am a sexy beast. Backs out the car, donut pit stop. Not good for calories. No, bro. No. This is where you messed up, okay? Listen, America. Yes, I'm a little bit of a gym rat, okay? Do not wake up in the morning and get yourself some daggone donuts, okay? Stop it. That's like 400, 500 calories in your belly right off the get-go that just melts into sugar, okay? No, get yourself some eggs, all right? Some protein. Bad. Eats the donut in the car? Commute to office 10 minutes. Whoa. Pause. We're doing this play by play. This guy only has a 10-minute commute to his office. That's immaculate. I mean, a lot of people want the dream of working from home, but if you do have to drive to your office, if it's only 10 minutes, you're saving so much on gas and time. I used to have to commute like an hour and a half, bro, when I was working public accounting. Okay, I would leave out at like freaking 12 o'clock midnight and wouldn't get home until like 1 o'clock a.m. on empty streets, bro. The commutes were terrible. 10 minutes, man, this is winning so far. All right, walking in, got his shoes, lock in for the day, 7:45 a.m. He's got his, what are those things called? I forget. Nice little watch and everything, gets into his cubicle space, pulls out that HP desktop very slowly, retirement. 11 a.m. lunch. So he got in at work at 7:45 and then he worked for 3 hours and then it's already lunchtime? What in the hell, fat? That doesn't seem right. It seems like an early lunch. But anyway, let's continue. He leaves to go to Chili's. Oh, I love you some Chili's, baby. Sit down, drink that water, some sliders. I feel you. And then there's a company picnic. This man eats and then he... That's what I'm talking about. He took his lunch at 11 a.m. to have lunch for an hour. And then as soon as he gets back on the clock, it's time for, yes, another lunch. Company picnic. Back to work at 1. Log off at... This man's not even working 8 hours. Okay, hold on. Let me do the math. He got in at 7:45. Let's just call it 8. And then he went to lunch at 11. That's 3 hours. He got back to work at 1. And then he logged off at 4. This man only worked 6 hours. I guess there was an hour company picnic, but you don't get that every single day. So he has a job where he's doing the 9 to 5. There's a 1 hour lunch break and he got a 1 hour picnic. That's a pretty excellent day so far. Logging off at 4 o'clock too? Ooh. Slowly putting that HP laptop. Is this an HP Pavilion commercial? Is this what this is for? Why does the music feel so somber? Headed to the pet store. Oh, he's got a pet? 4:30. So he left at 4, got home in 30 minutes after stopping to get some food, got home and changed. And he's a baby. Now I want to see the baby Benny. Okay. Take Benny's to my mom's. His happy... Oh, that's so cute. It's Benny. Look at that cute little puppers. My happy place. Where's his happy place? Where is this? Is that Hardee's? I don't even know a food place, but yes, that's the... This is literally the viral TikTok that is going around everywhere where people are commenting on it. I would say that this is a pretty nice Monday. Guy has stability. He eats like 3 times a day. He drives and commutes for only like 10 minutes. He's got a nice setup. He's got himself a nice old doggo. When it comes to like having like that boring stability 9 to 5, this feels very comfortable, very safe. I don't, it seems pretty nice. So I know you guys are curious. So let's look at some of the comments. Top comment saying, why does he put his laptop into his backpack like that? That's what I kept saying. That was the only thing that was a little weird. Like he took the laptop and just slowly slid it in. That might be one of those kind of things that he just maybe enjoys doing, a part of his routine. This person said, I don't know, man. Life seems peaceful. Nice house, nice car, decent job, loyal dog, wedding ring, short commute, eats what he wants, decent lunch break. Parents still love him. Has a routine, works less than most people with less. Where is the sad part? Here it is. Here's the response, right? Because it's comparable to cattle. He has no time to pursue his own dream. It's a peaceful but meaningless existence full of routine. Anyone who's escaped that way of living knows how awful it is by comparison. That's not to say there aren't worse ways to live. All right. Now, this one I can relate to as a former corporate person for over 10 plus years who used to do the whole routine shebang bang. I get what they mean. You got to wake up every morning on the weekday at 6 a.m. You got to show up at 7:30, and then you got to sit inside of a box for like 8 hours until you clock out and you drive home and you get back home and it's like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. or something like that. And then you only got like 3 or 4 hours to yourself to do things, whether that's the gym or family or kids or yourself. And then you go back to sleep, rinse, wash, repeat, Monday through Friday. I get that whole routine clockwork can start feeling very depressing over a long period of time. But in this crazy financial world that we're living in, a lot of people would kill for a nice, comfortable, boring routine. Okay, a lot of people are struggling right now to make ends meet. We just talked about this last week about how like 62% of Americans are living like paycheck to paycheck. They're not able to make enough money to kind of invest to their future. So they're just struggling to make it day by day, and being able to just make it day by day, and at least in my opinion, is a blessing. We don't want that to be the standard quo where you are just surviving, but it's so hard out on these streets that you kind of take what you can get. Plus, my man's was getting off at work at 4 o'clock. I'm sure he doesn't do that exact same routine every day, and he has plenty of time between 4 to 10 to make of his life whatever he wants of it. That's a lot of free freaking time. Here's some more Rick's views. This person saying he has a good job, 3 meals a day, nice house, dog, why sad? If you're a simple person, like, some people, then you got it. You haven't made. This is all you really need to be pretty happy in life. This person saying this is what David Henry Thoreau described and meant when he wrote, "The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation." I think that's a little bit of projecting, right? There's probably a lot of men and people out here who are living similar lives and they are unhappy, but there are men who are also living the exact same type of routine and they're content. They're good. They're chill. They don't want any more, and they're okay with what they have and what they've achieved. I think that's where it comes down to, is projection. It's like, yeah, that's the TikTok. I feel like, again, this all comes down to projection. People seeing something on the internet and then basically parasocially making a relationship with this person and expressing exactly how you think that they feel. Like, this man is a desperate person who's sad and depressed and hates his life, and someone sees the exact same lifestyle. I'm like, wow, this guy seems to be pretty content and happy. It kind of all depends on the eye of the beholder. Again, like I said, I've been in the whole cogwheel thing, contributing to society and spending the majority of my life at the office. I've done that as an accountant and CPA for years and years. And I will basically say this: if you have the option as a person to kind of change and do whatever it is that you want to do in your life, I think that you are in a very high blessed position. No, you're not a millionaire, but the fact that you can literally think about the changes you want in life and not have to struggle to survive day to day. I feel like a lot of people don't really know what it means to be broke. And I mean like broke, okay? Because when you're dirt broke, if you ever been up to a place where you're just trying to figure out how you're going to make it to the end of the week, you see something like that and you're like, yes, this is the life. There's a lot of non-perspective here, probably of spoiled people who are just taking their lives for granted and realize if they ever hit like the bottom of the barrel, then they would realize and be much more appreciative of a life that gives the routine and the comfort and the ability to change it into whatever you want in the future. That in itself is a blessing, especially out in these hard times where people can't afford a freaking home and they're renting for the rest of their life and inflation is going crazy. We ain't gonna see no drops until 2025. So yeah, that's my opinion. You guys can let me know about the saddest video of all time. Apparently everybody's upset when it comes to this new Pokemon Go update where they basically took your character that looked a certain way and then made them soulless. This girl right here over on the right is the new patch, the new update, and for whatever reason she looks like she looks like an alien Gumby. They took away everything. They took away the hips, as you can see, and the curves. They took away the slender shoulders and some of the facial features and just what in the world is this creature? If you go through Twitter and the internet, all you see are people constantly complaining about this new Pokemon Go, where they essentially took their character and what people are saying is made them look ugly, like atrocious. Some people want their money back because they made their avatar just look like some goofy, lifeless, soulless character. And there's been this argument that's been happening in the gaming space, and I'm thinking about saving for maybe a one-off video. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow if there's enough interest in it when it comes to hot women in the gaming space. That's right. If you are a woman and you are hot, you are under attack. Women in general seem to be a very hot topic right now when it comes to the gaming space. When you look at games like Hades, there's Stellar Blade coming out, and this Wednesday actually, I believe. And there's also games like Warhammer that are now including female characters into the game that are making a lot of people upset. The inclusion or inclusion of women on top of how they look has been a very huge debate for the past 2 weeks or so. And there's a lot of polarizing concepts of some people saying, hey, we want to see women and we want to see sexy women. And some people are saying, no, we want to see them look average. Or some people feeling like they're purposely making women look more ugly, trying to take away their features, or maybe they're hyper focusing and making them too sexual. There's a huge debate, and I don't think I could cover this all in one section right now. So if enough of you guys are interested, I'll shove it over for you guys. I'll give you a nice little, summary, detour, synopsis, tour of the entire fiasco that's happening here, because it's pretty interesting and pretty fun to talk about. All right, guys, that's all I have for today's video. If you made it to the end, drop a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm thinking about reacting to a Jubilee video, just to kind of out of solidarity. I feel like other YouTubers should do the same kind of thing. Like, hey, go ahead and react to. Let me know in the comments below which Jubilee video you want me to react to, and I'll drop that bad boy for you guys tomorrow. I think we all just respond by doing. They can't get us all, right? Oh, man, I'm having too much fun today. Anyway, I love you guys. Y'all take it easy. Stay safe on these streets, because these streets ain't safe. And be easy. Peace.